Can you give Daddy kisses? Good night. We love you. Fly safely.
Good night, Daddy. We love you.
Delta 3343. Emergency. Delta 3343, go ahead. Yes, sir. We have a flight crew member. Seems like he apparently suffered a heart attack. We need to divert to closest airport with cardiac medical facility. Delta 3343, heavy roger. Crew member had a heart attack, is that correct? That's correct.
It's one of those moments where you knew his heart and breathing is stopped. The reality of losing him was like kind of hit you. At that point, it's like, I'm not going to lose him, so I just pressed as hard as I could, and continued with what I was doing. And I realized his sucking of the air, is repeated, and then I felt for his pulse, and I got his pulse.
Delta 3343. We got his pulse back, delivered a shot. Breathing is kind of shallow. Looks like he's having a hard time recovering. We need to get EMTs ASAP.
Thinking about a life without Matt was very scary. Matt's the most incredible person ever. He is the calm to my storm. And I just kept thinking he's made a really big impact on me, but he's only had an impact on our son for 1.5 years. And that wasn't enough.
What's his name gonna be?
That my daughter was 3. She had really good times with him. But 3 years is not enough either. I did not want our kids to know what was going on. I just told them that Daddy was sick and that I needed to go and that my job was to bring him home.
When I first learned that I had had a cardiac arrest, I was stunned, and it very quickly became quite scary. I've been active my entire life. I've always tried to eat healthy and thought I was doing everything I could to live a healthy lifestyle. At 40 years old, I didn't think that I had anything to worry about until 20 years from now. And lo and behold, it happened to me. When we finally got home after 2 weeks in the hospital in Canada, the feeling was the most amazing feeling almost ever. One of the really good things that came about from this, I'm now part of a community of people who live with an implantable cardioverter, defibrillator, and pacemaker. It's my insurance plan. It's what's going to ensure that I survive in the event that I happen to have another cardiac arrest. Prior to my event, I had heard of the American Heart Association. I knew that they did important work, but I don't think I really grasped the gravity of just how important something as simple as CPR training can be. And after my event, recognizing how CPR really saves a life, how having AEDs around, and how an organization like the American Heart Association really makes that possible. And not just the organization themselves, but all the donors and people who volunteer and support the organization. That's what really saves lives. The flight deck on a commercial airliner is not a big space. It's certainly not some place you want to have to do CPR. What Captain Lee went through when he was saving my life, he managed to position himself and give me CPR for many minutes, eventually getting the AED, shocking me, and reviving me. It's amazing to me, and I'm here today because of it. Little did I know it wouldn't be until I'm age 40 and working in my career that I met the first person that I would call a hero, and that's Captain Lee. At this point, I'm basically fully recovered. I don't have any limitations or restrictions. There's almost nothing that I can't do. The one restriction that I do have, unfortunately, legally speaking, is I can't ever fly airplanes again. And that's for the reason that I had a cardiac arrest, and now I have an ICD here in my chest. Here I am, 40 years old. I spent my entire adult life pursuing a job as a commercial airline pilot. I thought I had finally arrived, and then suddenly, in the blink of an eye, it was gone. And that was pretty painful. But the one good thing that I really try to draw from it is it was a trade-off. If you gave up one of the things you really love, then you could live. I got a second chance. All I had to do was give up flying. As much as that hurt, being able to see my kids, to watch them grow up, to be by Michelle's side, that made it all worth it.